start. I don't know what the threshold is. You know what I'm saying? Look, I mean, I had asked Ray Sean. I was like, hey, man, you outside? He was like, what does that mean? You know? And that stems from, like, what'd you say? New York and then the Bahamas? You gonna run to the Bahamas? You gonna do a marathon real quick?
Run on down there. Run through something down there.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Quick trip. Run on down there.
How do you run to the Bahamas? You got
That's a quick trip.
I don't know what my phone is. I think I need to get my phone because I just need to be able to have.
Is it recording? Because if it's recording, we need to go.
Look, if we ain't got nothing else, we got bloopers. Yeah,
Boy.
Lord.
You are the youngest in the group, so you gonna have to just slang. I didn't know. I mean, I've heard we outside. Yeah, I get it, but I didn't know.
Joe Budden. You watch Joe Budden?
Joe.
I mean,
No.
I know you in between.
Not really, Joe.
You don't like Joe? Joe the Potter, not Joe the rapper.
Oh, the podcast Joe. Oh yeah,
His
it's cool.
podcast Joe.
Oh no, we don't do that.
Yeah, you trying to mess my house
We don't do
all the way
that.
up.
This man is married.
Yeah. Why you talking about
She don't. She know we potting. She's like, she don't care about that.
That ain't in the contract. Matter of fact, that's a great way to start the pod. That's a great way to start the pod. Do you put your phone on silence? Do not disturb.
I do.
Why?
He do too much. That's the problem. I get sick of that. Every time I call Raw, I got to call him 2-3 times for it to go through. I think that's retarded.
I don't get enough rest.
Is that what that
It's
is?
the middle of the day. His phone is on Do Not Disturb in the middle of the day.
Yes.
I don't get enough rest. So
Okay.
but I have favorites now. I'm locking in favorites. I have, before you know it, everybody in my.
I don't like the fact that when I go to text my brother, it has Robert has notifications on silent. I don't like that. I'm gonna just be honest with you.
That make me not want to text.
You know what else I hate?
You don't text back anyway. You don't text back anyways.
Oh, wait a minute.
You don't.
It do be responsible.
Rashawn, it be like a whole day and a half.
When I find time, I message back. Sometimes I'm busy. I'm working.
That's what you call it.
I'm a businessman. I run a business, man.
That's what the man of God calls it. Okay.
But you just need more sleep.
I just need more sleep.
I think the step up from that is I don't like when somebody. So I send a text, right? Especially, and let's get a little nasty with this, right? You send that text that is gonna make somebody think about themselves or reflect on themselves, and then they just send that thumbs up. They just thumbs up it.
Oh no, you're
And I'm not talking about the actual emoji. They just press the message down.
Ooh, they didn't even go into the emojis.
No, that means they didn't read it. Am I off?
No,
they read it.
They read it.
It's a different generation now.
Yeah.
I'm starting to realize that because I'm from the give me a whole lot of conversation back on stuff like that. And what I'm learning now,
Like you want the long message back.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm learning
Agreed.
that this generation now, that thumbs up is saying everything that they're gonna say. Like it's not long message. The culture isn't to send long messages no more.
So how about that? Is it acceptable?
I've gotten to the space where I send audio messages now. Like I don't even type it no more. So I hit the little audio thing in the bottom corner. I do.
I know his type.
Yeah.
He was like, "Look, I'm gonna respond verbally, so you know what's coming from me.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
don't call me though.
Don't call me.
I don't want to
Yeah.
go back and forth.
Yeah,
call me.
definitely.
Okay.
I'll do it over text all day long. You know what I mean? But no, I just need more sleep. That's why I have. And this is the thing, it's on Do Not Disturb, but I just forget to take it off in the morning.
But I told you already, there's a setting on your phone.
I enjoy the fact that I forget to take it off.
Okay.
Actually,
You're a grown man. I ain't about to talk to you about your phone no more.
So
I
look,
enjoy
I don't
I
care.
call you, house burning down. You don't answer.
Call
because
mom.
because you.
Oh no, you better call somebody else
call mom.
because you're not
Call
getting
mom.
him.
All right.
Phone on Do Not Disturb.
All right, fellas, how we doing, man?
I'm in the building. I'm here.
I'm here.
This is the launch episode of Give Me a Second. This is the launch episode of Give Me a Second.
I'm excited.
I think we got a lot that we're gonna unpack here, man. I think we're on to something. I think this is gonna be straight up like what we need like in the world, you know what I mean, in terms of like at the relative level, you know what I mean? I mean everybody, you got people out there in the celebrity space, but I'm talking about the local level, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we got a whole bunch of demographics represented here, you know what I mean? We got the happily married man here.
Hey, let me stop you right there. We only gonna reference that one more time on this pod, and I think everybody gets it at that point.
happily
We got the
married man.
happily married man
Every
here.
episode, Hey, baby,
Happily
I love
married.
you. But look,
Yeah,
every
yeah, yeah,
episode
yeah.
don't need, hey, happily
Yeah.
married, all right?
Listen,
we get it.
We got Rayshawn, who is in between salvations.
What? I'm saved.
No,
Saved.
Rayshawn is in between. And what? I can't get right. I'm the relational can't get right.
You are the hybrid.
I'm the hybrid.
You know,
He's the
right?
deep-
remote.
Yeah.
I'm remote. And look, I'm 2 days remote.
Yeah.
3 days
he's
in the
the
office.
deep- deep hybrid.
he's-
That's what he is.
He still
Deep.
got COVID. So
They're deep.
I'm picky, man. You know. And
But hey man, look, you asked the question of how we doing. I'm gonna say something that's difficult because we don't always say it. And I think when I first met Rob, when we first met him, it was maybe a week or two after that, we were on the phone and we were just having a straight up conversation. I was like, yeah, man, I'm not having a good day. Like it's a rough day.
Yeah.
And so when you asked, I was sitting there, I was about to say, oh yeah, man, great day. And I thought, but no, it's not. It's not been a great day. But why do y'all think it's so hard? Or why us men we have a hard time with just being able to say like, nah, today ain't good.
pride, ego, weakness. It can be shown as a sign of weakness. I mean, at least that's for me. I'm gonna answer for me. I won't answer for the masses. But like, I feel like sometimes we're not given that platform. We're not given that room to show our emotion and show like, hey, look, today sucked. You know what I'm saying? And here's why. Like, so I don't know. I mean, I feel like
systemic pressure. I think systemic pressure. I think at the end of the day, there is a image. There's a definition that the world came up with that says a man is supposed to operate in a particular way in space, and I think anything opposed to what that looks like, it brings out a form of pressure. You know what I mean? And so, like, do I look a certain way? Am I in a particular shape? Do I have a certain amount of logistical, assets and resources? Like, there's different classes, and I think when you take that self look, when you look in the mirror, I think when part of not having a good day is the pressure. The definition of what the world says is a good day. What does a good day look like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But how do you fix that? Is that something that you can fix internally? Is that something that your either your spouse or your significant other helps you up where you feel safe, or is that a thing where I just thought about this while you were talking? Is that something that you have to fix with other men, where you have to have some level of relationship with other men to be able to talk to them like, yo, man, I ain't like today was rough. Like, how do we as a community of men grow past that to fix it?
Go ahead.
so. Two
What do you
parts,
think?
right?
Yeah.
First part, definitely vocalizing it, right?
Yeah.
And I definitely think that it helps to align yourself with like-minded people or people that you could be transparent with, which is, we haven't keyed in on a mantra yet, but I think part of this pod is providing that transparency.
Yeah.
But maybe you need a second, right?
Yeah.
So I think being able to vocalize, look, what your feelings are and, what's going on the inside, people may need to hear that. And if you align yourself with people in your life, whether it's male or female, to be able to outline that and be able to get your feelings out, get your thoughts out, I think that can help change the narrative of, it's okay. Like, it's okay for men to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. We grew up on, men don't cry.
Yeah.
Hey, wipe those tears, stuff like that. But it's okay to cry. It's okay to have emotion. It's okay to feel.
I try and fix that with my son. Like I tell him, I'm like, it's okay to cry, but I need you to vocalize, put words to your tears. That's something I always tell him. Like when he's
Elaborate on
crying,
that.
I'm like, yo, put words to to tell me what you're crying about.
Yeah.
And how do we fix it? And so then we said, I was like, but you didn't have to cry about that. All you had to do is tell me what you needed. Just tell me what the pain was. Tell me where it's from. And so that's something, because I don't want to teach him that, hey, as a man, you don't cry. I want to teach him, if you cry, you still need to be able to come back from those tears and express yourself. Because I do feel like most of the time when men feel like, oh, I'm going to cry, that's right when they about to snap.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm crying, I'm snapping. Now I'm mad. Now I got to fight. Now you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it should more so be, yo, I'm hurt. Let me be able to explain to you why I'm hurt. This is why I feel the way, that I feel.
I think when you're, when you have an element of like a bad day, and you don't really like kind of vocalize that, you know what I mean? I think that's a false perception of wholeness.
Yeah.
I think it's a false perception of wholeness. And I really didn't grab this until I always refer back to when I was able to, what camera went off? That was,
Rashawn's.
I put a charger on that. All right. The things I was saying right before we clicked off, man, my fault, yo.
Yeah.
Just to get us back on track, was that acting like you're okay every day, right, is a false sense of wholeness. And so I was able to teach on this back in the day. One of my sermons was about pressure, and it wasn't.
Man of God. Man of God.
No, seriously, it wasn't until I was able to identify. I'm gonna hit the first point and the last point because the second point, it is what it is. That's just a conduit. But the first point was about having the right outlets, and so when you don't have the right outlets, you either have too much air, right, or then there's a space where you have not enough air. You know what I mean? Because when you don't have a place for that frustration or that just simply having a bad day, you don't have anywhere for that energy to go. You just hold on to it. You just hold on to it. And I was saying in the message is that when you have too much air, it makes the car unbalanced, right? But when you don't have enough pressure, right, that's what causes the tire to pop. Is when you would think having too much air is what would cause it to pop. It's actually the inverse. It's when you don't have enough pressure to stabilize the tires. When all it takes is the slightest bump to really allow that negative energy to come out. And so you hit on something where you were talking about, like, you literally just got a call in real time, and you told the biggest lie that we all tell in life, the lie of I'm okay.
Yep.
I got comfortable with saying I'm not okay here recently because of that message, but most importantly, I learned in the message that even Jesus said he wasn't okay. Like, he literally said that, I'm not okay. I really don't want to do this.
How do we make that transparent across all, though? Because I feel like in becoming with being not okay, I feel like you still kind of be selective with who you share you're not okay with.
Well, it goes back to what we just talked about, having the right outlets. So for me, I know, I check in with my homeboy every morning. And when we need a second, for real, like when I start off the conversation, like, flat out, yo, I need 3 minutes. And he literally times me, or I'll time him, and we allow each other that space where we get it out in the raw moment, and we don't hold each other like, I don't hold it against him, he doesn't hold it against me, and we just literally deal in the moment, and we're allowed to not be okay just for that moment. But the good thing about each other is that we don't let it last, we don't let it linger. Yeah. But the truth of not being okay was released. You know what I mean?
And I think that's good too, because like being able to have that outlet or outlets. Sometimes you may feel a certain way about something, but then once you vocalize and speak it out loud, you're like, you know what? Maybe it wasn't that deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, maybe like I just needed to get this off me, exhale, and now I can move on.
You got to be strategic about those outlets, because if you tell the wrong person, they use it against you. It becomes a weapon and not a tool. That's true. And that's where that whole concept of guarding your heart. You got to guard your gates. You got to guard what you let in and out. You know what I mean? And so being okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you the whole what's my dude name that got slapped?
Chris Rock.
Oh, Chris.
I could think of Will Smith. I couldn't think of his name.
Chris.
That's bad. Now I related to the dude that got slapped.
You could think of Goliath, but you couldn't think of David.
The dude that got slapped.
Sorry.
No, but
Little midget.
he was saying that he's not gonna go back to host the Oscars. Like
He shouldn't go back.
No.
He's above. That's above me now.
What?
I'm above the Oscars.
Hey, hold on. Before I get too deep into it, that was like his second time hosting, right? Yeah, because he hosted back when he.
If I'm Chris Rock, I'm above the Oscars. If anything,
explain that. Though.
I'm coming to the Oscars
because the Oscars is the biggest stage of them all. So how
I'm
you saying
above
you're
that
above?
now? For me,
what if they offer you the bag though?
There's no. You offer me the bag just to be, in the seats, to have a separate space off by myself. You know what I mean? I don't have to host that no more. Like, to be on the biggest stage and show the hugest sense of morality, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ethical courage.
You feel
Like,
like
he's
did
above that. That's above me now. I don't even need to I don't need to be in no Oscars hosting it. Working? Nah. Put me on the committee to plan.
But I can't even quote what he said. He was like, it's almost like going back to a place that traumatized me or triggered me or that hurt me.
And can you be mad at him for that?
No, I'm not mad at him. I was surprised that he turned it down, because I would have thought like, that's the time to go back. You got jokes, you got a whole bunch of stuff you can throw out there.
But again, I think, okay, while the initial shock may be like trauma, I think he needs to realize the power he has, that he's gained.
Oh, so much leverage
from his humanity.
So
Again, he has leverage. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not hosting something that you need to come and consult me on that. You know what I mean? I need to be the person you pay to say, okay, run the whole program through me. You know what I mean?
So look, has it been enough time since the incident for him to like heal, or like, and going back to the conversation that we had, days ago, like, given that, and like, honestly, I want to say, from me to him, like he handled that spectacular.
I think you forgive. I think you never lose the leverage.
Leverage with who though?
Leverage with perception. You never lose that leverage. Right now, he can walk in any room and they listen because of the fact of how he handled himself on stage.
True.
You forgive Will. You got to move on because we talked about forgiveness is not just for him, but it's obviously it's for Chris himself. He got to forgive the situation so he can move on. But you never lose the leverage.
So you felt like Will's apology was sincere?
I mean, I don't think it matters. I think at the end of the day, with or without an apology, I think Chris Rock got to make the decision to forgive because it's just best for Chris Rock.
I think it was sincere though. Like my observation of it, watching it, I feel like he was sincere about him apologizing what he said. Mm-hmm. I still, again, that's one of the moments like you bottle something up so long, I think it just snapped because I can't even make it make sense. Like nothing about that whole thing to this day. I went back and watched the video. Nothing made sense. Nothing. I can't rationalize it. I can't put myself there.
I think it's safe to say that it goes back to Will's reaction stems strictly from I'm okay when he's really not okay.
Definitely.
That was 100% what that was.
Definitely.
Yep.
Because I'm not even going to lie to you. It was 24 hours, 48 hours. I was like, hey, I'm waiting on that soundbite to say, hey, this was all staged. This was all a joke.
I thought it was an April Fool's. I was like, because remember, April Fool's was that Friday. So I was thinking, they're going to hold this to Friday. Yeah. And then they're going to be like, yo, joke. So I was like, what?
Yeah, because the world kind of stopped for a second. I was like, yo, there's no way that this is real. There's no way. So, and when I found out, this is real.
So let me go back though. I think Chris Rock should always support the Oscars because again, it is what it is. The Oscars didn't do that to him. Will did that. You know what I mean?
I think they handled it.
And they did what they could within the moment. Everybody talk about. Let me tell you something. While I'm thinking about it, everybody talk about what they would have done in the moment. Right. Don't nobody really know. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Don't nobody really. If you was security there, if you was attending it, if he would have hit you, you don't know what you would have did. Nah. Yeah. But I do think that he's hosted it twice. I think, again, as a black man, I'm going to say it that way, because he did the complete opposite of what they expect black people to do in those type of controversial moments, when pressure really busts pipes. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think because he handled himself in that way on the biggest stage in the world, from a film perspective, you don't go back to that.
I got the big question for y'all.
Yeah.
Can they come back from this as friends? Because they were cool. I mean, I know Will said he was more of a friends with Chris' brother. But the question, can they? Do you? If I slap you right now,
I'm cool with a guy that hit me. I'm cool to this day. I'm gonna be real. I'm cool with a guy that hit me, and in that moment, I didn't like it in that moment.
You hit him back?
No.
Okay. Well,
but this was the reason why I was kind of in a situation where again, in a leadership position. You know what I mean? And it was better for the team to not respond in that moment. Mm. You know what I mean? I got more backlash from the players, but I got more respect from the coaching system and the school leaders and the people who make decisions and all that kind of stuff. Like, no, you know what I mean? And so after they saw how the power shifted, which is why I talked about leverage, you know what I mean? Then they all like, oh yeah, you did the right thing. You didn't think that at first. You know what I mean? Now that doesn't mean that I've been in other fights where I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I got my share of fights where I shot the fear. But that situation didn't, it didn't warrant that. We were on the road. We were in a place that wasn't our own home. You don't know how that situation could have turned out. And I needed to get back on the bus and get back home. You know what I'm saying?
I hit you right now. Can we come back from that?
You didn't ask me that. You asked me, have I ever been hit?
I'm saying
can't. Rod though for the question's sake. So I'm turning the other cheek. That is the immediate answer, but it will take time. And I think Chris Rock is taking his time with this, and I think he's allowed that time.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's like, oh man, I'm switching gears here for a little bit, but it's like, when we mess over women,
oh boy,
we expect them to just, what do they do? Listen, can we be honest? What do they do? Boy, they take us back, right?
Yeah, but you're going down a hole here. I don't know what's happening.
If you don't want me to, stop. If you don't want me to, stop.
Man, you on your own.
You stop.
Nope, you on your own.
I'm just saying. I don't know if I'm going down.
I'm speaking from a place of
I may not go with you. Go ahead.
You on your own.
I'm not asking you to go with me. Take yourself out of it.
Okay.
We're talking man to woman. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like when we, when we mess over women, or when guys mess over women, black men don't cheat. No, I'm playing. Hey, look, wait up.
I was about to get you because you said when we mess over women, but no, he kept saying when we mess over. I'm like,
I'm like, wait,
what is this we?
You speaking a lot of French.
A lot of we.
I don't know.
Them.
I'm
they.
American.
Bonjour.
Pronouns, pal.
So check
You.
it. When men mess over women,
When I messed over, no, let me stop playing. Go
you
ahead, do
know,
your thing.
we expect forgiveness. In most cases, we get it. But what is the middle ground? What is the median between that time? And that's something that's as guys that we can't do, because when it's the other way around, we're like, oh no, I'm done.
So, cause we can't take what we give out.
And why is that? Why is that?
Because I wasn't built that way.
We ain't built. Yeah,
That's just
best
I
answer.
answer. I don't have a deep answer for that one. I wasn't built that way. You know what I mean?
I feel that though, because I agree. I
wasn't
don't
built that way.
know.
And it's also from an anatomy standpoint. I don't know if I'm going the wrong way or what I'm going with this, but it's from a cheating perspective. Why it's easier for a man, because the man, we're doing the entering. It's hard to come back. I know y'all like, what? It's just going. It is hard. It is hard.
I was like, damn, don't drop the
hard.
C word.
It's hard to come back when another man been in your woman.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't refriend people that leave my life.
Have I?
I don't refriend people that leave my life.
So once you're done, you're just done.
You gotta break that down, man. You can't just say that and then drop the
Now,
mic.
let me make sure I'm clear about this. I'm talking. Let me make sure I'm clear.
Please.
Have I wanted to refriend?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but the circumstances, thankfully, have put me in a situation where I don't refriend people who leave my life. And I'll be honest, in a time where I did refriend, it just put me in the worst situation, in the world.
So let's
because you got to remember why people leave.
Yeah.
You also got to act like, you can't act like you didn't see what you saw. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you got to remember why they leave, and you can't act like you didn't see what you saw. Mm-hmm. And people don't change, theoretically. They just get better at doing what they do to you, because there's a particular, I think it's a soul tie that gives them access. You know what I mean? And so out of the soul tie, when the relationship, or when the, whatever that circumstance is over with, you got, while the relationship ends, you got to cut off the access, because it's going to bite you again. It's going to kill you again. And what I've learned in my life just recently, that if I give you access to kill me twice, I don't know if I'll be able. I can survive the first punch. Yeah. But I don't know if I can survive the second opportunity.
So what you're saying is, it comes down to, you don't think you'll be able to trust him again.
I don't even think it's about trust, because whether you trust the person or not, I don't even want to say the person, whether you trust the situation or not, there's a reason why it's not conducive or compatible for your life.
I think it's to that thing. I mean, we say it all the time jokingly. It's more of a joke now because we say it so much. But once somebody shows you who they are, believe them. And I will say it with Rob. The biggest failure of my life is attached to going back to something that showed me who they were, and I convinced myself that I make them something different, or that they could be something different.
And not only was that a key, but I found out that, I'm thankful for the relationships that were prior to whatever that looked like, because I found myself getting mad at folk who was trying to protect me from myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? I found myself, having all out arguments trying to justify, you know what I mean? Trying to justify what I even knew was wrong. You know what I mean? But I tried to make some sort of justification to myself that this is, it'll be okay, trying to sweep certain things under the rug. No, quit acting like you didn't see what you saw. Yep. It was right there in your face.
That's right. I'm straight up. I know you a lie. I caught you in the lie, but I'll still go back to you and like you didn't just lie. Yeah. And be surprised when you lie again. Yeah. No, like if you show once a person.
That's called giving a second chance, though. So what you did right there was, I'm gonna give you a second chance.
But sometimes
a second chance is different than like a repeat offender. I think there's a small line between the two. So like a second chance, I'm gonna say it this way: a second chance is something happens in a relationship, and you're like, what, that's not conducive to how I work. Can you hear how this doesn't work for me? And we don't do that again. That's a second chance. Yeah. A repeat offender is, oh God, a repeat offender is you leave a relationship, because let's just say hypothetically somebody in the relationship was married. Then you break off with that relationship, and then you find another relationship, and guess what? That person is married too. That goes back to when you were talking about some red flags are yellow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we
Yep.
try to justify it. You know what I mean? And I'm just got to a spot in my life where I don't have enough leverage to keep talking about why this ain't my fault. Some stuff I just need to not do. There's some things I just don't need to get connected to, and when you see it, you know what I mean. I had a guy I was talking to just the other day, and I was like, "Hey man, this is what I got going on in my life," and he was like, "Man, this is what I got going on in my life." I was like, "Man, I gotta stay away from you." You know what I mean? I was like, straight up, I gotta stay. You know, we would just kind of catch each other up, and I was like, you know, he said what he, you know, because I don't want repeat offenses in my life. Listen, you got one chance to kind of fall and really, like I'm talking about fall all the way to the ground. And then kind of, you know, that whole restoration process. But it comes to a point where you can't keep. Sometimes you're your own repeat offender.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I can't keep damaging myself. I can't keep breaking my own heart.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so that's what I think the difference is between the repeat offenses and second chances.
So how do we tie that back into, you know, what is the criteria for refriending if that is your bag? You know, for me, I think I could refriend, but you know, I think I have to establish boundaries at that point.
It depends on what you did. It depends on what
Yeah.
we're refriending.
Yeah.
Like some stuff is just too much to come back from.
Mom says it this way: you don't burn bridges. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep the bridge out there. I might not necessarily help you cross the bridge. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna burn it because you never know who you may need. You know what I mean? You know, it's one of those things where you just gotta really have discernment. And again, when you
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I will always be nice to you.
Yeah, you don't burn the bridge. You don't burn the bridge.
No, I don't. I don't want nothing back I left.
Oh,
I ain't burnt no bridge. I want to
respect
rebuild.
and burning the bridge is two different things. Respect means I'm gonna show you the courtesy,
Yeah.
and I know how to coexist in the same space as you.
I got it to you. I'm gonna show you the courtesy.
There
There's
you
another
go.
bridge down that way. Go to that bridge.
Hey,
Go to that bridge.
really?
You a
Pilot
That's
on the
what-
pilot? That's where we
respect.
going?
Do
You
you
a nut.
respecting the
You a
bridge?
nut.
He said, I got
Respect.
this. Save your words.
well, maybe when she said that, she was just referring to other
I
people.
like that, man.
Yeah, no. Respect. Go to that bridge.
Maybe she was talking about
Look
other
at this
people.
bridge gone.
Mom, I'm sorry, I misused what you were talking about. I don't know. But
No, they did teach us that, and I got it. But I'm saying the older I got, I've learned. Like he said,
said,
it's
"Nah,
a
take
difference
that."
between it's a difference between burn that bridge and respect the bridge. I'm gonna respect you enough to say, hey, the bridge you need is over there because this one is closed to never reopen.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
never be built again. I burn it. I put gasoline to it. I tore down the remaining.
you're stupid.
It's gone. No, I'm
bridge.
serious. Like
No
once
bridge
once
left.
I'm done, I put myself in my mind that I'm done with you. I'm through with you. I don't care if you live or die.
Whoa, that's a little far.
I mean, I love you with the love of
All
Christ,
right.
but if he take you home, he took you.
So let's.
No.
I want to no.
No.
I want to get controversial.
No.
because I got
No.
two,
No.
I
No.
got
No.
two
No. No.
men
No.
of
No.
God.
No.
So you got 2.5 men. I'm the half. All right. Let's establish that on the pilot. I'm the half.
No.
All
I
right.
got
No.
4 if you count me
Look.
in size. You got 4.5.
Right.
No.
But look, I'm the half. Right. But like.
So you taking it back? I ain't gonna say her. I'm gonna because we got to be safe. You taking the situation back? Like let's just say
Yes.
you know. If this, so
Yes.
so then why'd you agree with Rayshawn when I said you don't burn bridges? Oh
Really?
yeah, I want it. Oh,
Are we pod?
we want to know.
No.
The people want to know
Because man, I don't know, man, and maybe this is my profession and what I do on a daily basis, but like, you know, I think it definitely thrives on, you know, I guess who you're gonna need, you know,
and that's what I said. Yeah.
But I know how to respect you, but I also know how to cancel that bridge. Period. Like, hi, bye. What do you need? If you need something, I got you. But it stops there. Like, and that is a distinct difference between respect and refriending you. Refriending you means I'm letting you all the way back in.
I got you. I respect that.
But respecting you means, look, I'm not gonna turn my cheek. I'm not gonna bat an eye.
I just want to know. I just want Rayshawn to know you lost this one 2-1.
I lost what?
You lost this particular situation 2-1.
What are you talking about? What I said?
He would refriend. I wouldn't burn the bridge. You would cut the bridge off.
So
at
it
the
seems
helm.
like it's a
my
draw.
God.
You know,
Everybody
I
got
just-
their own opinion, right?
I mean,
Y'all-
yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
That's the problem. Y'all just burn the bridge. I'm gonna take wood. I'm gonna take a hammer to the bridge first, an axe to the bridge.
See, you peeling
I'm
toenails
taking-
and stuff,
I'm-
So this is the
I'm
thing, though. I'm
killing
gonna keep
everything
the
on the
bridge
bridge.
in place. This is me. I'm gonna keep the bridge in place, but I'm denying access.
That's toxic.
That's no. The bridge, that's not
Rod,
toxic.
Rod the kind of one he gonna break up with a girl and still leave him on the snap, and then post stuff so she can see it. That's what that is.
Right.
That's toxic.
Right.
That's toxic.
Look at my
That's
life.
what you do. That's it.
I'm enjoying myself.
That is not true.
On the trip.
That is not true.
We outside.
We outside. Hey, you outside, right? Look.
That is not true.
Oh,
Y'all
that's
was
toxic.
playing me. Y'all was playing me before
You
the
can't
pod,
get
but
you can't get back over here, but I
Hey,
want you to see it from
that
the
is
other side of
not
the bridge.
on, man.
No.
Hold on, let me take a
Let's talk
selfie
about
right now that I'm thinking about
right.
it.
Happy
Potting.
place. Yeah.
You know what I'm
No, not
saying?
potting. Happy place.
You know what I'm saying? Only positive
Meanwhile,
vibes.
miss you.
You know what I mean? Positive vibes
Oh my
only.
gosh,
You know what I mean?
Where do we go from here?
I don't know. Since we're talking about women, I just want a quick shout out to Serena. She did her thing.
Oh, I didn't know where he
last
was.
night.
I didn't know where this was going.
Hey, hold on. Look,
He
hey,
said quick shout out. I said to
quick
who?
shout out.
To who?
I'm gonna
Quick
be,
shout out.
and that's how you know we ain't right because when anybody say, "Look, I'm gonna take this moment to
Take
shout
this
out
moment.
this," hey,
Quick shout out. You know
my
what I'm saying?
eyes got real.
Shout out this woman. I was like, what?
Shout out,
Where's
quick
this
shout out,
going?
Serena. Man, she did her thing last night. A
Go.
lot
She
of
did.
a lot of people was thinking
round, right?
that she was gonna. Yeah,
Yep. Go.
I said, this is pre-recorded. Y'all, it's all good. But no, she did her thing on Monday night. You know what I mean? So, shout out to her, man. Everybody thought she was gonna retire, and I believe that, like, even Serena, like, I think about people like her. They don't get enough credit in the form of she's like the greatest to do it. You know what I mean? And I want to say it that way because they're like, oh, well, we used to talk about her a couple of years back. But the thing about it is she's still playing. So why we not hearing more about what she got going on? You know what I mean?
You know something I saw somebody say today, and I meant to send it to
Yeah.
y'all. I don't know if I can't quote it word for word, but her greatness, the distance between the next person and her greatness is farther than the distance between LeBron and Mike or anybody else in the best in any field.
Oh, definitely.
The distance from her being great, and I was like,
Wow.
I didn't
Now,
think about it that way. I was like, dang, that's right.
I do know that she has, like, I think one less Grand Slam than the person that has the.
Is that what we?
No. I do think she has one less, but this is the thing: the era in which she won all 23 of those Grand Slams versus the era where the lady won the 24 are two different things. And so, I think that has to be, a factor. Her lane, her trajectory, her path was so different. You know what I mean? And not to mention, again, being an African American girl coming up in a culturally biased sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I also thought it was cute, man. That her daughter
Got it from
was
the
in
mud.
Her daughter was in the stands, had matching outfits, had the beads, paid homage to when she first made her debut, and back when. Remember, you got to remember the tennis association was like, nah, that is a faddish look. We don't support that. It's not clean. Again, getting back to that cultural bias. So the fact that she was able to defy those odds, and go on to have the career she had, like,
I had the fact check him. I didn't know if he was right, but he was right. He
Come
didn't tell
on, man.
lie.
I
He
do
didn't tell
my
lie.
research.
I just was wanting to make sure.
I do my research. Come on, man.
Yeah.
She has 20. She does have
got
24.
23.
She
Yeah.
has
when it comes
23.
to sports, I'm gonna tell you now, Rashawn.
Listen, you're not gonna keep up with me when it comes to-
You're not gonna win a lot of arguments.
Not when it comes to sports.
I don't have no arguments.
And
for
let's just
sports.
say if you do, you got to go to the length
Listen,
to get him to not concede, but he'll stop
I'll
talking.
budge a little bit.
When he stops talking, that means you won. All right.
But check this
Until
out.
next time.
And unless Google is wrong, I'm going off Google, the Bible of Google. The most career Grand Slam titles for an active women's player. She has 23. The next one is 7.
Oh yeah,
And that's her
It's a lot of-
sister.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of tennis.
That's Venus.
A lot
Yeah.
of tennis.
Behind that is Naomi.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That Naomi Osaka is cute and ugly at the same time.
yeah,
Cute ugly.
She cute ugly.
What's
She
cute
ugly. She
ugly?
ugly
Yeah.
cute. I don't know if
Cute
y'all
ugly, man.
y'all act like y'all ain't never said that about somebody. She
Listen,
cute and ugly.
She
at the
played
same
tennis.
time.
I'll date her.
Man, butterheads.
She
She's
played
cute.
tennis.
She's cute.
I'll date her.
Little
I
ugly,
ain't
but
gonna-
cute.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll date her.
She's cute.
You know what I mean?
And then I only know this Angelique Kerb. I know this Svetlana Kosanats, whatever. Kosanats,
Oh God.
and then Petra. I've heard the name. I don't know how to pronounce
look,
it. But the distance is so far. That's tough there. She's a goat. She's a goat. They actually even said it, and I was surprised they said it
Yeah.
Because you don't ever hear anybody say that. Like LeBron. If
Yeah.
LeBron went on the basketball court right now, nobody's going to say, and the greatest of all
Yeah.
time. LeBron, they announced her to the court. The greatest of all time. So I was like, God, dog. Like, you
Yeah.
She deserved that moment.
Yeah, she deserved that moment. And I'm thankful she won. You know, I was talking to a close friend, and she was letting me know that she went to see her lose. Because and it's not to be pessimistic, it's that, you know, this is the final ride, you know what I mean, to a certain degree. There's been a lot of buildup, but to see her win,
that was crazy.
I'm saying she got a little left in the tank. I'm saying come back for one more season.
Even if she loses the next round, the fact that she's still, you know, that she's still doing it, that's crazy.
Yeah.
This next match is gonna be tough, but I mean, like honestly, they were talking about it too, and they was like, look, you know, obviously the first round it was versus 80th ranked, the person was 80th ranked in the world. This next one is versus number 2 in the world.
Yeah.
And then she has like number 45, and after that, everybody's in the top 5 in the world.
Yeah.
So they were saying that she had one of the hardest.
Yeah.
Like this was gonna be one of her hardest slates.
Yeah.
To win this one. So if she wins, that's gonna be a crazy feat. But if she even makes it, you know, to the semis or to the finals, I mean, gosh, is that a way to go out or what?
Listen, she playing a lot of tennis on the way out.
Trying to go out like Kobe.
She playing a lot of tennis on the way out because I think her and her sister, they're doing doubles too.
Oh, she's gonna do the doubles.
Yeah, they're doing doubles. I think. And the last time I read, you know, you can fact check that too.
Oh my God!
Let me see.
You can fact check that too.
Let me
I
check.
think they're playing doubles.
Whoa, my Snapchat going off.
Oh God.
Give me a second.
Give me a second. I got to see what this is.
Give me a second.
Oh man.
But no, definitely, man. Serena, hats off, and tennis won't be the same without her.
Yeah.
I think Naomi Osaka. I think it's safe to say the torch is passed.
Well, I think there's another name, Coco
Jones, yeah.
Coco. I think Coco is up and coming. You know what I mean? And look
Yeah.
at me name dropping tennis players like
I'm full tennis
I'm
match.
in my bag right now. I'm over here
Oh.
dropping tennis names and stuff like that.
It's the pilot.
You know, but no, I feel I just wanted to make sure we took that moment. You know what I mean? Because especially with the whole Brittany Griner thing, they made it into a thing like, well, if this was LeBron James or if it was somebody else, you know,
they'd be treated
different. And I'm just saying that the spaces, you know, they're different. And I want to take a moment to say it this way. You know, everybody's mad about how much more NBA athletes make than WNBA athletes, but that's also the customer's fault. Because the customer's buying LeBron James jerseys and they're not buying Brittany Griner jerseys. They're going to LeBron James basketball games and they're not going to, like, you know, the New York Liberty games. That ain't LeBron's fault. That ain't the New York Knicks' fault. That ain't the Brooklyn Nets' fault. It's about marketing and it ain't about, we ain't getting the same push because they're playing in the same arenas. Yeah. We just got to show up.
It was telling the truth. They are going to play the doubles together. I didn't know. I'm saying.
Come on.
I didn't know that their record was 14-0.
I didn't know that either.
Then the Williams sisters, you ain't know?
God almighty, 14-0.
You said something real key though, but like my stance on it is, I think this is a completely different conversation for another time.
Definitely.
But 2, in particular to basketball, right?
Yeah.
A women's season is only so the CBA, the collective bargaining agreement, is all based off the revenue that's generated.
Yeah,
you know, jersey sales,
definitely,
all of that,
definitely,
TV time,
definitely,
all of that stuff,
definitely.
And I think women's basketball is in a way better place than what it was 20 years ago. Right?
Definitely.
But like, you know, and
when Lisa Leslie was in the league
is expanding. The league is expanding. But like, it's gonna come with time, and I think
it's a beautiful thing to watch too.
And I, but I think though, now that the conversation is happening, I think we have to exercise patience, and I'm saying that across.
Along with patience, we got to go to the games.
Yeah,
like patience is one thing, but you got to go to the games.
It's hard.
You got to buy the tickets.
I know I'm a little different from y'all, but it is hard, y'all. It is, and I'm not. And
they got to start dunking.
I'm about to say it's hard because the dunking excites you. So when you don't see no dunking,
maybe they should have
maybe they should lower the goal.
That's what I was gonna say.
Lower the goal a little bit.
No, for real.
Think about it.
The ball is smaller.
It would make the game a lot more exciting.
Is the ball not
women
smaller?
Dunk and do some other stuff.
Is the ball not smaller?
I'm looking at the camera.
No,
yes,
is the ball not smaller?
Yes.
So if the ball is smaller, I'm just saying it's
a simple solution.
For the goal to have been smaller, shorter, should I say?
Lower the
So
goal.
if a woman slaps the backboard, on
I
a
don't
layup,
know. I might get excited.
That was
Don't
like,
the gym go crazy when somebody get their stuff pinned on glass?
Yes.
How many times has somebody stuff been pinned on glass at a female game?
Nope.
I'm
Why-
not here to say that male athletes are better, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying create a space that's conducive for it to be
Lower
just
it 2
as
feet. I think that's I think that should petition that.
Yeah.
Lower it 2 feet. Let them dunk.
They don't want to see that.
I would go to the
I
game.
would.
They don't want to see that.
To see another
Because think
chick
about it,
get
they got
posterized.
they got handles. They can shoot, but there's a whole dunk contest because we want to see a nigga dunk.
Yeah. Speaking of that, since you said the dunk contest, I think another element of marketing. I think they tried this a couple years back, but bring the WNBA to All-Star Weekend. Why not?
Yeah,
There's enough money
they
for
can
it.
Do the skills. They can do
Yeah,
the skills.
bring them in for the skills
But see,
challenge.
they can't dunk.
They can do the 3-point.
But they can't
shootout.
dunk.
Bring the trampoline out.
They can't
No.
dunk. See
But
that?
listen, for the let's just say just for the dunk contest only. What if they made the goal 7.5, 8 feet to have a female?
Nah, that's a
I'd
little
watch
too
that.
low.
I'd
That's a little
watch
too.
that.
I'd watch
that's a little
it.
too-
The
That's a
first
little
year
too low.
Anyway, I'd watch
8
that.
feet, or whatever the
Still a
agreed
little
amount,
too low.
whatever the
9 feet, 9,
9 feet. The point is All-Star Weekend. Why not lower the goal to give them an opportunity for creativity?
Can you imagine how crazy WNBA?
I'm going to
if
that.
But think about it. If you got a woman in the WNBA dunking as hard as LeBron,
I'm going to that.
they're selling tickets.
I was
You
on
selling
Instagram
tickets?
the other day and I saw this chick. She took it off a 2-step jab, you know what I'm saying, and came in the hole and dunked it with 2-hand, 10 feet. When I saw that, I was like, ooh. My thing is that if there was more that happened in the game, there would be more oohs, there'd be more ticket sales, and people would be at the game. That's just what it is. That's just a fact.
Yeah,
That's just a fact.
agreed.
Anyway, shout out to Serena. You know what I mean? I just want to pay homage to her. She's the greatest of all time. You heard it from here
Rashawn,
first.
I want you to queue up a question, man. You had blew the chat up earlier with a question.
I see,
Uh-oh.
I'm already messed up.
Which
The
one-
WNBA
which one you
goal
talking
is
about?
10 feet. What was I thinking it was at?
Huh?
You thought it was on 8.5, apparently.
No, he was saying go down to 8. I'm thinking, I don't know what I thought it was at. It's at 10
I'm
feet.
being
Yeah,
funny,
see,
but
but
no,
yeah.
they
It's
play
down-
regulation 10
Yeah, they
feet,
play regulation
They play
10.
I don't
regulation.
I didn't even realize that. So.
Bring it
What
down
was
to
the question?
8.5.
But no,
What was that?
you had sent the chat something.
Rashawn will look something up,
it
y'all.
was a post, a woman that posted saying, she wanted if you can
Oh,
take me on a date.
let me
Oh,
find that. Let me find that
We
because
just-
that thing put Robert in a headlock.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
had him in a chokehold.
He was like,
yeah.
Oh, man.
So the question was, it was on the Shade Room. It said a woman said this: if a man wants to take me on a date, you have to give my grandmama some weed and a few dollars to watch my kids. I'm a mother first. Thoughts?
Red flag.
The giving the grandmama weed was already a
And
red
that's
flag.
not even flashing.
Red
bro.
flag.
It's not even
Red
flashing.
flag.
Red flag, red stoplight,
Red
red
flag.
sign.
I mean, I
And then do I got to go through your weed man or can I go? No, I'm just playing.
because my guy give me a discount. I'm just-
She want mid. She
Cause
want
my
mid.
guy-
I got to go through your
She
guy
want-
because that's
You know
who she
what I'm
trusts. Or
saying?
can I-
mid, loud. What?
you know what I
Mid.
mean?
The mid, loud.
My bad. Let's get back.
Did
to
she
topic.
take gummies? I don't know.
Wow.
I'm just saying. I just want to know. But this is the thing. Okay.
Hey.
But no. I mean, I think I'm getting very disconnected for the element of standards that are starting to come out of these ladies' mouths lately. This whole, you need to do this before you can do that, and if you bring stuff for your kid, then you need to bring it for all the kids I had with other people. I can't. You know what I mean? Like the element of standard isn't even equivalent to what they can provide. And I'm not even talking about what they can provide from a resource perspective. I'm talking about what you can provide from a peace perspective. You don't even provide enough peace to ask me for, the things that you're asking me up front.
a happy meal.
You know what I
To
mean?
go with some cereal. To go with.
Can you share your location? You know what I mean?
I'm
I get access to your phone in week 2?
Uh-oh.
I'm about to mess y'all
What are we
up.
talking about?
Be in your bag ratio.
I'm about
No,
to mess
he's
y'all
not
up
about
with
to be in his
something.
bag.
Bag
I'm about to
ratio.
mess. I'm about to.
Oh,
I'm probably
my
gonna
God.
I'm probably gonna make Robert walk off
No.
I'ma
Before
be-
you make me
'cause
walk off, never mind. Go ahead.
because I'm about to be 100. I'm about to make. But now it ain't. I think the way she worded that, it was a different situation. The whole give my grandmama weed, whatever. That's retarded. That I don't. No. No. Now, from that standpoint, I do believe the first time I go to a woman's home, I come with something in my hand. I'm from the old school.
Oh
There's
God,
a flower,
here you go.
or if you live with your mama, I'm gonna bring her a flower.
chivalry
You know,
and
it's
stuff.
old school. I'm from the old school. I know y'all young
You
folks
meet
don't
me
know nothing
at
about it. I'm
Cheddar's.
from the old
my
school.
God.
You about to
But-
meet me at Cheddar's? We
but-
both got a car.
But let me. You said what?
You meet me at Cheddar's.
So hold on, do you?
But
open it?
hold on, because I'm about to mess you
Okay,
up with this.
okay,
Let me
okay,
let me
okay.
finish. The thing said, if you want to date me, Grandma, we take that out, or that I have somebody that was valuable enough, and this is I won't say it like that. Someone that I thought that was a good situation and was worth investing in.
Mm-hmm.
I did say, hey, if it's gonna be difficult, I'll cover the daycare. Go ahead and get a daycare. Go ahead and get somebody to babysit.
That's different than get my mama a dime bag.
That's what I'm saying. That part
That's
I don't agree with.
different.
But if you are interested and that person is that valuable to you, think it's going. I was fine with saying, look, go ahead. Ended up didn't having to do it, but I was like, go ahead.
I'ma mess
Because
you up.
I did that before with I was like, hey, for somebody that was a server, hey, get somebody to cover your shift. I'll give them $20 to cover your serving shift.
I'm gonna mess you up since we're talking about the daycare and we're talking about the dime bag. I'm gonna cover dinner. We're good there. My thing is, but we need to do something where up front, hear me out, you know what I mean? But we're gonna do something that's conducive to where we ain't even gotta do all that. So if I just gotta meet you in a park while your son or your daughter just plays, you know what I mean? Because I need at where I'm at in life now.
I don't know about that, Rob.
No,
I don't know about that.
I'm saying
because if I just met you, I don't want you around my kid. I don't want to be around your kid. I don't.
Well,
I
I'm
don't,
not. What I'm saying,
I get
is,
what you're saying, though.
I'm saying that okay, if it comes down to me having to do something for you for you to be able to do it, that goes back to the first episode of availability and capacity. You know what I mean? Like, do you have an availability for this? Is your capacity open enough for what this looks like? Because I'm not walking into a situation trying to take care of you out of the gate because I don't want to set unnecessary expectations on myself that I may not be able to maintain. If I get the daycare provider on the first date, I'm gonna have to get the
you're gonna get
daycare
the
provider
second, the
on
third,
date
the
2
fourth.
through 11
That's a
through.
good point.
I'm not doing that. So we can talk on the phone. You can get to know me. We can find a way through time, through cordial conversation, where we can meet in a public space, maybe a park, so it's conducive to your dynamics, and then we can figure it out from there.
I didn't say it was right or wrong. I'm just saying that's something I was in. I was like, hey, look, that's what's gonna make it make sense. Go ahead, let's get it. Didn't have to, but I was
Now
open to doing it.
I'm with that though. I do
Yeah.
agree with that. I'm just saying because of, again, where I'm at in my life, I'm trying to get people that are connected to me that have as much to lose as I do, or as the desire to gain as I do. You know what I mean? And I think that's a holistic thing, and I think identity is a part of that. And whatever your package is, I got to know that up front.
Yeah.
You
But
know
tell,
what I mean?
tell your brother now, chivalry ain't dead. Teach him something now.
Chivalry's not dead.
Teach
Hey,
him
so
something.
I didn't say it was dead. I said it's on
halfway
hold.
there because look, I take my old lady on a date, and sometimes I don't open the door for her.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And we joke about it, but I think there's an element of seriousness. in it,
Oh,
right?
she was very serious.
Very.
She
So
was very
I am
serious.
officially on notice. But nah,
Yeah.
during the banter, which was very good, it made me think of
He
something.
said banter. I like it.
That's the banner.
It's a good one. Yeah, that's a little
Keep
solid.
that one on clip.
Yeah.
It made me think of something, right? And do we feel like as men, do we gravitate towards the population of women where we feel like we can save?
Oh, no, I'm about to get out.
I'm not trying to save nobody.
Hey, Rashad!
Hey, listen.
Oh,
this was our pilot episode. We
All right,
are out.
look,
I appreciate it.
yeah.
This was fun.
Hey,
Thank y'all for having me.
This is
Give me a second.
This is give me a second, and look, part two on the way.
You about to cancel us on the first episode. Yo, let me tell you.